Hello, everyone. Today I will be talking about today's trade from New York session. Today's been rough. I can tell you that much. I don't think these were the best trades for today. With first things first, I had a trade on gold this session and it was according to my plan. And so the first one was a liquidity sweep on this area and a retracement on my fair value gap on the 1 hour plus equilibrium, and entered on, at this time it was chopping and it still is kinda, but we just broke this range over here. Man, this is this is so bad. I entered off a 5-minute break of structure right over here. I feel like I should have waited for a better entry, honestly. So I entered right over here, this area, on this pullback. I saw this and stops above high, and at this time I was chopping, and I know, like, after we retraced into this, we were gonna push down. I wasn't sure when, but I still entered, which was not supposed to happen. I mean, I think I should have waited for more confirmation, probably a better 15-minute close. But again, I guess I was too in a hurry with that entry and entered off a 5-minute. Targeting this, I know there's a fair value gap here, but I was just following the trend overall on the 4 hour. Before this close, it was bullish, looking looking bearish, and then on the 1 hour, it was looking bearish as well. But then it kept going back into this range over here, and so I closed in early. And then for the second one, very beginner type of mistake. After sweeping this low over here, it decided to go up and saw that it was having a shift in structure in the 1 minute, and so I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna change my bias here. And so I entered off this fair value gap right here, and then it was doing well at first, but then entered off this high over here, small high, and then got stopped out right after. And I know if I held this thing, I would have gotten stopped either way. But lesson here is not having two biases, not changing biases, and just keeping one bias, which is clearly playing now. Like the sells, I feel like it's gonna go down, sweep these lows, and then probably even here potentially. But overall, the price action today was kind of ass. It was very choppy, and it still is. And I feel like I could have avoided this too else. But I mean, it's just a challenge, so I don't really care. I know it's not an excuse to, not care just because it's a challenge. But yeah, not the best one. I feel like I need to keep forward testing during New York session. But yeah, okay. Second trade was this NQ. This one I was waiting. First of all, I was actually waiting for this to close, and so I waited, and it never closed below this line over here, this liquidity. And if it did close below, I would have considered this a reversal, and I would have looked for a sell. But again, I entered too high over here. I think this was a 5-minute continuation. Entered off this close over here. Just because I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna enter off this continuation. But then again, I should have waited for more confirmation, because we had these fair value gaps that had to get filled. I had 3-minute fair value gap that I was looking at, but with this one, I should have just waited for this 15-minute to create a fair value gap and then retrace. And yeah, very risky. I risked like 100 here, $100, and then second trade was the same thing. This one, I feel like I should have had a bigger stop loss to give it a breathing room for this trade. But yeah, this was a big loss for me. I think 200 something. And then again, those minor mistakes, those beginner mistakes that I'm making is something that I really have to work on. But it's freaking hard, man. It was freaking scary. But yeah, a potential 500 loss here, which shouldn't have happened. Or actually a potential 500 loss here, honestly, or even more, like 600, which would have taken the majority of my profits, because I know my bias was right here, and so I was just looking for a continuation going higher, and which we did. And man, that's something that I really have to keep in mind I should have waited for this really. Because I know this was also in discounted price in equilibrium, and so man, I should have waited. But yeah, my last trade, a continuation as well, just a breakout, and but this time I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to risk more and actually have a breathing room with my stop loss. And so I was like, okay, yeah, might as well just risk bigger, have a bigger stop loss this time and let the market do its thing. And then it did. I didn't particularly traded on 15 seconds, but I was looking at the 5 minute, and so I entered off a breakout on the 5 minute, and thankfully it did. And I'm on my fourth day of 100 plus profits for the my funded futures, and then I need one more day to receive a payout. But other than that, yeah, that's something that I really need to work on is my patience. Really, it's really hard. But yeah, also, I just want to thank you guys for all the support that you guys have given me. I am truly blessed to have you guys, comment on my video, on my recent video, and show support. And I'm glad that, I'm not the only one experiencing this drawbacks and trying to improve. And yeah, honestly, I didn't expect it to blow up and reach that many viewers. And to be honest, I was just only wanting to share my journey on how my year ended. But yeah, honestly, I really appreciate you guys and can't thank you guys enough for the support. Although to be honest, I'm not gonna be sure if I'll be making those type of content as much, but I will try my best to. Like I said, it's just for fun. This YouTube thing is for fun. I'm just trying to share my journey with you guys and hopefully share some knowledge. Hopefully some of you guys can relate. And yeah, that's it. I know it took 10 minutes for me to keep talking, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I mean, if you made it this far, probably not, but yeah, I appreciate you if you made it this far of the video. But yeah, have a good one and Merry Christmas in advance and Happy New Year. Thank you.